Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, so originally I was supposed to do my review of the Fantech HG14 which you guys chose last time. But since the unit I got was a bit defective, I had to return it the other day. And to those of you who are following me on Twitter, I posted this. Now, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get the replacement unit, but depending on Lazada, I may receive it by next week or next week at most. So for now, I just thought of sharing with you guys my Paborit games from E3 2018. So I'm gonna be reacting to the trailers. No, I'm just kidding, of course, that's I'm gonna share with you guys my thoughts on my favorite games that was announced at E3. Number 1 is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So just based on the gameplay shown, looks like it's gonna be quite similar to Rise of the Tomb Raider but with a few additional mechanics to the gameplay. And it looks like it's gonna be more focused on stealth compared to the two previous games, and with what the developers said, being one with the jungle sort of theme. Of course, improved graphics just like with every release, but I feel like video games for the past couple of years have had advanced and beautiful graphics already that I feel like game developers should focus more on the story of the game and new innovative mechanics and features into games. Of course, what I'm really excited for is the story. So this happens after Rise of the Tomb Raider. With Lara having destroyed the Divine Source, she is now focused on looking for a Mayan relic which supposedly has connections with her late father. And of course, if you saw the post-credit scene of Rise of the Tomb Raider, Trinity will be there again, most likely. Lastly, Lara Croft. For me, the best female video game character ever. Now, I know some or most of you are gonna disagree with me with your picks, but hey, that's my opinion. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Will be released at September 14 of 2018, and you can pre-order it right now. Number 2 is Devil May Cry 5. So finally, after 10 years, we finally get a sequel to Devil May Cry 4. To be honest, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, sino to? And then wait. Oh, the motor driving sword thingy. It's Nero. By the way, that robotic arm f***ing corny, but I guess I kind of understand as at the end of the trailer, we see someone cut off Nero's arm. So no idea who that is. And so far, no idea on what the story is about, but it looks like it's gonna have the same theme as DMC4 with the demons taking over thing. Maybe someone opened another Hellgate, I'm not sure. Curious to see what role Dante will play here. So we already know that DMC is a hack and slash game, but if this is the gameplay, then I'm definitely gonna pre-order this shit. By the way, Dante is half demon, so me and the fans of DMC would really appreciate it if Capcom doesn't make Dante age too much or at all. Hopefully they change that. So Devil May Cry 5 will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One and will be released somewhere Q2 of 2019. Number 3 is the Resident Evil 2 remake. Now, I was really surprised for this remake. Capcom did say back in 2015 that they were gonna do a remake of RE2, but I never thought it was actually true. So yeah. Now, the problem with the previous Resident Evil games, namely 5 and 6, was that it was straying away from the horror genre and just focused on the action aspect of the game. But of course, with RE7, the Resident Evil franchise was kind of reborn. So with the remake of 2, mostly everything about the game based on the trailer and gameplay shown looks really promising. The graphics, of course, the gameplay, the atmosphere of the game, like it clearly has that scare factor which most of the previous Resident Evil games were missing. Everything seems to be on point with the huge exception of the new faces of Leon and Claire. My initial reaction, sino to? Yung buhok si Leon. Oo nga pala, pula suot ni Claire. I mean, I know this is a remake and they were both in their early 20s during this time, but their appearance from the original game to the later games and movies look identical from each other. So hopefully they'd still change that, with Leon looking more like the one from Resident Evil 4 and Claire from Code Veronica. I mean, even I feel sorry for Mr. X. At least Sherry looks cute. So the Resident Evil 2 remake will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Will be released at January 25 of 2019, and you can pre-order it right now. Number 4 is Doom Eternal. So far, Bethesda has shown us a cinematic teaser of Doom Eternal and no gameplay, story, or any of that shit. But some are saying that this is a sequel to the 2016 reboot where the Doom guy was betrayed and presumably sent back to hell by this bitch. So Bethesda and id Software will be revealing more at the 2018 QuakeCon. So stay tuned for that. So Doom Eternal will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One and will be available somewhere in 2019. And lastly, Dying Light 2. So unlike the first Dying Light 2 story will be heavily dependent on the player's choices. So based on the trailer, there will be like 2 main groups the player can side with, the Peacekeepers or the Bandits. Of course, the zombie parkour that Dying Light's known for, with hopefully a few new features with the parkour, and the usual you gon' get up at night. I'm just curious who the protagonist is. Obviously, it's not Kyle Crane if the developers use the ending of the following, and Kyle Crane might show up as a Night Hunter. I mean, I think I'd like to see Crane as a boss or maybe even the main antagonist in Dying Light 2, as this will be in the same universe as the first game 15 years later, so we'll see. And Dying Light 2 will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One and will be released somewhere in 2019 again. So those are the 5 games I'm most excited for that were announced at E3. And yeah, maybe you guys have games that you're excited for too that I didn't mention. Leave it in the comments. By the way, shout out to Square Enix. Where the fuck is the Final Fantasy VII Remake?